Apologies to those who had to wait a little longer for your allocation. Believe me, we didn't lose it, but there was a little bit of a hiccup with the distribution today.
Balkan and Dobar from Belgrade, Serbia, after a very, very successful ETH Belgrade conference where we acted as sponsors with Cosmoverse. And you heard it from Rebecca, there were some hiccups with the latest distribution of the Saga airdrop, Vault 11. And in fact, they messed it up, but in a positive way, because a lot of users reported a lot larger allocations for the airdrop that they have received. So great for everyone who is still around in the startup airdrop game. This is already our 12th airdrop, and pretty much on a monthly basis we have received decent Saga airdrops. If you kept compounding, kept staking, then yeah, you were getting larger and larger airdrops, like Rectorino, who also got a huge amount of Saga this time around. And we're going to talk about two more airdrops in this video today. But first off, big shout out to the ETH Belgrade organizers, Petar, Tanya, the DeFi Saver team. They're also, I think, the main sponsors for that event. We also had our little booth here with Cosmoverse. We engaged a lot with the community, and the Balkans in general is very, very developer driven, a lot of especially EVM developers, which is going to be one of the main target audiences for us this year as well, with Cosmoverse, which is happening in late October in Split, Croatia. Generally speaking, it was very good at the event to meet builders from other ecosystems, but as pretty much with all major conferences, Cosmos as an ecosystem is severely underrepresented. We're pretty much the only ones that were representing really Cosmos collectively. There were also some individual projects, like someone from Lava Network was there, someone from Informal Systems, and also from Noland, which is also about to launch their mainnet. So Noland also one that I'll keep you posted very, very soon. But yeah, Zach, who is leading Cosmos Ventures, onboarded also a bunch of VCs and investors from the region, but also from all over Europe that came and attended ETH Belgrade. And Rob, our marketing director, also made some good connections with media and just overall communities here. Well, Builders is our main focus this year. Cosmos is a developers first conference. That's the main theme compared to last year, where it was investors first in Dubai. Obviously, it's also depending on the location for customers. Every location has their focuses, but the Balkans is definitely very, very builders driven. And one of the main changes compared to last year, if you are a builder, which I know a lot of you guys are, is the fact that our hackathon, Hackmos, will also be open for remote participation this year. So we have two phases, basically. The first one is the remote phase that starts on October 1st. And then the in-person phase, the RL hackathon, will happen in Split, Croatia, in parallel with Cosmoverse at the same venue at the same time. So makes things a lot more efficient, cost efficient also from an organizer perspective, but also for everyone who's traveling to Croatia, you can now do Cosmoverse and Hackmos simultaneously, basically. So that's that. And the call to action for you right now, if you are a hacker or developer, is to apply for your developer's pass. You can come here, register to hack, and then you will be considered for a complimentary pass for Hackmos and Cosmoverse 2025. If you're a project and you want to own a track or bounty, you can also come here and fill out this form, and we'll get back to you after you submitted your application. So that's Cosmoverse and Hackmos, which is still a little bit down the road, still 5 months away, but in the short term, this month of June, we have the Cosmos event summer, basically. Cosmos summer is here. We with Cosmos, we're going to Split, Croatia next week to attend and participate in the Super Team Balkan Startup Village. Then we have Posthuman organizing Interchain Summit in Berlin around Berlin Blockchain Week, June 20 to 21. And then also the Cosmos team led by Interchain Labs that is throwing the Sovereign EVM Day in Cannes around ECC, June 30th. This is co-hosted with Interop, so Seb 3.0 from Interop Ventures, big shout out. He's always been doing the Nebular Summit, and now they are teaming up to do this Sovereign EVM Day. So busy schedule in June. If you want to attend any of those events, then check out this tweet we led here with all the links to sign up on the respective Luma. Now, switching topics, switching gears, the Interchain Foundation has published another Treasury snapshot for transparency purposes, breaking down their Treasury, how much they're holding. In total, they're holding $266 million US dollars, of which 194 is in crypto and 72 is in fiat. And of those 72, they have around, one third, a bit more than a third available in cash that's readily available. The rest is in fiat investments managed by banks. And out of their crypto holdings, they have 687 BTC, which is around $72 million, then 17,000 ETH, and then around 15 million Atom, right? So that's $65 million in Atom, marking their second largest position after Bitcoin. Note that this is all deriving from the fundraiser that they did in 2016, I believe, where they sold around $18 million for the Atom ICO and kept most of that in BTC and Ethereum. And of course, they still have their Atom reserves. And then they also did a couple of investments, right? Celestia, Osmosis, Penumbra, and a couple other investments. I think some of them are probably also not even live yet with their token. Then we have two new announcements from projects that are launching on Cosmos. The first one is actually coming from Telegram, from the Ton ecosystem, called TAC Build. And in fact, I also have an interview lined up with the founder of TAC Build on June 23rd. That is the current schedule, I believe, but we'll also make a public announcement about that very soon. So founder interview with TAC coming very soon. TAC is basically uniting Cosmos, Ton, and Ethereum, and they're building a hybrid EVM application layer with killer UX, also providing access to Telegram's 1 billion users, all powered by the Cosmos EVM, previously called Hackmos, and IBC. And they're building all these mini games, and eventually will also become a Babylon secured network with Babylon's Bitcoin staking protocol. So that's TAC Build. Give them a follow if you want to stay updated with that project, and get your questions ready for my live stream interview with the TAC founder coming very soon. The second project that was announced is LayerEdge, that is also now joining the Internet of Blockchains. This one is a fully Cosmos SDK built blockchain. It reads more like a middleware infrastructure layer that is also centered around ZK, which I think is also going to have a big hype phase sometime this cycle, whenever that happens. But right now it's not fundamentals or infrastructure season, but at one point I guess it will. And then we have a bunch of projects, and the more the merrier. I don't really know a lot about LayerEdge, but that was just announced to launch and basically migrate fully to the Cosmos ecosystem, also fully EVM compatible. I'm not sure if it connects also to IBC Eureka, but I think that would make a lot of sense. Now, we also have a major upgrade on the Cosmos Hub. Recently, Proposal 1000 that has passed the Gaia V24 upgrade, which was the promise to check and also to audit the liquid staking module, where there was a lot of FUD around, or a lot of controversy around, when it came out that part of the code base was written by some kind of underground collective that was linked to the DPRK. So that is now fully audited and rewritten and updated. The audit was done by Zelig, which is a well-known auditing firm. And yeah, that proposal just passed. Then we also have news from StreamSwap, which I personally think is one of the best products in Cosmos. StreamSwap is a product where you can launch and bootstrap token liquidity. It's basically like an ICO, but in a very fair and decentralized way. And instead of just buying at a fixed rate, you basically say, hey, I want to buy $1,000 of this token. There's a duration of that pool when it's open, and then you can deploy $1,000, and it will basically constantly DCA into that position. So you get a more balanced and fair entry point, instead of, just buying at very volatile pools where you most likely are going to get wrecked. So StreamSwap, one of the best products coming to the Cosmos Hub. Apparently, target launch is August, which I think is also the target now for the Cosmos EVM and Stride DEX to go live on the Cosmos Hub. So Cosmos Hub has a couple of busy months ahead. Obviously, they want to get the launch right. They want to make a big splash around it. Initially, it was, I think, June or July. Now it sounds like it's going to be August when those products go live, but it definitely makes sense to also launch with more products around it, right? Around Stride DEX, around the Cosmos EVM, which is going to bring permissionless smart contracts to the Cosmos Hub. Now, speaking of Stride DEX, we also did a full breakdown of the SCRD tokenomics, and that one is a very deep dive. And let me know if you ever want to have a standalone video on deep dive tokenomics, right? About their history, their investors, at what prices VCs bought in, how many runs they had, how well they're capitalized, the team background, their treasury management. There's so many things around the token, the value accrual, the positioning, the inflation, right? A lot of metrics, a lot of numbers. And we did a full deep dive breakdown here in this thread, also in alignment and collaboration with the Stride team. So they provide a lot of information for us that is not being publicly available. And our conclusion is basically that Stride is in a unique, strong position with its close ties now to the Cosmos Hub and Interchain Labs. Remember that they received an investment from Interchain Labs and are also now basically working out of the same office, at least partially, both based out of New York. And they also have the upcoming launch of StrideSwap, which is going to be the canonical DEX on the Cosmos Hub that should take IBC Eureka, which just went live, to the market. So that's a huge opportunity. There's also ties and kind of value accrual mechanisms for the SCRG token, which is trading around 60% below the last round and still lower than any previous round at which they raised. I personally have also invested into the STRD token at the January 2024 round, which was at a $100 million valuation, so at $1. So yeah, you can buy a lot lower than that now, and fully liquid on the market. But yeah, that's Stride, and definitely give this a read. Also, if you prefer receiving those in your email inbox, you can check out our Cito Report newsletter, which is entirely free. You can pledge a monthly or annual amount if you want to, but that's optional. But yeah, our newsletter, you can find it here on our website, is on Substack, and you can just come here and subscribe to it, and then you get those monthly reports. Now, then we also have updates from Coinbase that has added 2 Cosmos coins to their Coin 50 index fund, basically. And those 2 coins are Akash AKT and Celestia TIA. Both of them in recent weeks have underperformed a lot. Akash right now at $1.20 or something, which is crazy. And Celestia TIA went below $2 the other day. So also crazy valuations. In my view, severely undervalued. I know I've been saying this for a very long time, but those are 2 very high quality projects. And I believe sooner or later that they will do very well. Even if Atom would underperform, because those 2 coins specifically are not as much tied to the kind of Cosmos brand, even though they're both, part of Cosmos, especially Akash. Greg Ozuri has always been saying that he's very proud to be building in Cosmos and a proud representative of the Cosmos ecosystem. But Akash network has its own community, its own vibe. They also have their own kind of focus and product market fit. In fact, they have a very strong product market fit, are basically, category leaders, or at least strong contenders in the GPU and compute field, which is basically a kind of subcategory of AI and Deepin. And then Celestia, obviously category creators for modularity and data availability. So very strong projects in my view, and a must have in any Cosmos portfolio. Then we also have news from Noble. It just crossed $100 million in USDN, the Noble dollar that was minted since launch. And that is a big milestone achievements. I think in total they have around $600 million in native assets issued. This is the stablecoin chain in Cosmos, basically pre-TGE, but a Noble token will come at some point. And right now you can farm points basically by coming here and minting USDN, which is also probably why and how they could attract so much liquidity in a very short amount of time. So USDN, big inflow of liquidity for the entire Cosmos ecosystem. Noble is a full-on Cosmos SDK, IBC-enabled blockchain that was first announced, in fact, at Cosmos 2022 in Medellin, Colombia. Now, wrapping it up with the airdrop news, of course, we have Saga. As I mentioned, they had a bit of a mess up, but in a positive way. So thanks, Saga team, Rebecca, and everyone for this generous recent airdrop. Then we have Sunrise that is teasing an airdrop, and they also have a big month coming up. I'm not too closely following this project, but Sunrise might also give an airdrop to the Cosmos community. And last but not least, Babylon, they're preparing for a second airdrop. So the baby first airdrop was already distributed, and the second one is coming soon. But in order to make sure that you're qualifying, you have to migrate your stake, your Bitcoin stake, to the Babylon chain, because if you have staked before the Babylon Genesis went live, then you still have to take manual action and migrate to basically register your stake on the Babylon Genesis chain. They've left an article on how to do that. I also made videos about this. We did tutorials here on the channel, also on the Cito Zone. But yeah, definitely one that you don't want to miss out. If you are staking your BTC anyways on Babylon, then you should definitely do that ASAP. Now, that's all for today. Again, thanks Saga for the generous airdrop. Hopefully for more to come. The power level over 9,000 campaign has been on for over a year now. And like I said in the intro, even though the price has been underperforming, we kept getting more and more coins. And I personally still believe a lot into Saga, not only because I'm an investor with C2 Ventures, but also because I really appreciate the team. And I think they are very smart. They have a big team. They have a lot of skin in the game. They've been around forever. They're well funded. I think they raised $40-50 million or something like that from strong strategic VCs as well. They have their strong brand. They're building out their liquidity integration layer. DeFi is coming more and more. Token launchpads, collectibles, games. So I think Saga is just getting started, and that's definitely also one I would have in my portfolio if I were not to have any Saga right now. I hope you also enjoy the Cosmos event summer. If you're based in Europe, then that's definitely something for you to attend any of these. I'll see you very soon on Cryptocito, and hopefully also next week in Split, Croatia if you're there. Until then, stay safe and be good.